This is the AI News Flash for July 28th, 3 a.m. UTC. First up, Korean chip stocks plunged on Tuesday, sending the benchmark KOSPI down more than 8% and triggering a circuit breaker. During the Asian session, the KOSPI fell as much as 8.2%, prompting the Korea exchange to suspend trading for 20 minutes. SK Hynix dropped as much as 11.1% and Samsung Electronics as much as 9.5%. SK Hynix's U.S.-listed shares had already closed the previous session at $143.02, below their $149 initial public offering price. Two forces drove the sell-off. The first is mounting concern over NVIDIA's financing structure, with worries about so-called circular financing in AI infrastructure spreading from the U.S. semiconductor sector. The second is competition from China, where advances in domestic chip production and strong entries by local firms have intensified fears about the global memory chip market. SK Hynix, a key supplier of high-bandwidth memory to NVIDIA, has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the AI spending boom. That makes its shares especially sensitive to any shift in investor sentiment toward the sector. Tuesday's move was a direct contagion from the Wall Street chip rout into Asian markets. Next, Anthropic has published its official position on the regulation of open-weight AI models. In a blog post dated July 27th, CEO Dario Amodei stated plainly that, quote, Anthropic has never advocated for a ban on open-weights models. Open-weight models are those whose parameters are published so anyone can download and modify them. The statement follows an industry letter signed by NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, Google, OpenAI, and dozens of other firms urging Washington not to restrict the technology, a push that had left Anthropic isolated. Instead of a ban, Amodei proposed three policy measures. First, keeping advanced chips and chip-making equipment out of China and cracking down on smuggling. Second, acting against industrial-scale distillation, the practice of building a model from another model's outputs. He warns distillation lets China build stronger models with fewer chips, potentially closing the gap with the U.S. frontier to within a few months. Third is mandatory safety testing. Any sufficiently capable model, open or closed and regardless of where it was built, should be tested before release for cyber, biological, and alignment risks. It is a position that pairs alarm over low-cost Chinese open-weight models with a defense of open source itself. Third, Fujitsu has announced it will begin developing a proprietary AI platform for financial institutions. The product is called the Uvance for Finance AI Transformation Platform. Development starts on August 1st, with launch planned for March 2027. It is built on the company's Fujitsu Kozuchi Enterprise AI Factory and combines Takane, a large language model tuned to financial industry terminology and practice, multiple AI agents, and guardrail technologies. Target use cases include loan screening, document creation and verification, inquiry handling, and sales optimization. The design links several specialized agents, such as customer understanding and sales optimization agents, into a single workflow. The main customers are Japanese financial institutions, including regional banks that handle highly confidential data. The selling point is data sovereignty and operational control. Fujitsu says institutions can use AI without handing financial data to outside services with risk management capabilities built in. For the fiscal year ended March 31st, 2026, Fujitsu reported consolidated revenues of 3.5 trillion yen, about $23 billion, with roughly 100,000 employees. Fourth, Enigma, a startup building foundation models for robots, has raised $71 million in a seed round. Index Ventures and Ribbit Capital co-led the round, with Conviction Partners also participating. The valuation was not disclosed. Angel investors include employees of Google DeepMind, Anthropic, and OpenAI. The company was founded last year by Chief Executive Jonathan Jacoby and Gal Niv. Its models aim to make robots intelligent and easier to program, letting them operate across different environments with minimal custom code and far less training data. The company says the models already work with more than 100 different robot types optimized for a range of manufacturing tasks. Jacoby said, quote, "We believe AI's next chapter is moving beyond chatbots and screens into systems that can understand, adapt to, and operate in the physical world." He added that the company is building the intelligence layer for robotics through breakthrough AI models and novel human-robot interfaces. Enigma has also launched a website where users can interact with over 100 robots, generating data to refine those interfaces. And finally, California's AI Transparency Act takes effect next week on August 2nd. The law was signed as Senate Bill 942 in September 2024, then amended and broadened by Assembly Bill 853 in October 2025, which moved the operative date from January 1, 2026 to August 2nd to align with the EU AI Act's transparency timeline. It applies to covered providers, defined as those offering a publicly accessible generative AI system in California with more than 1 million monthly visitors or users. There are 4 obligations: provide a free AI content detection tool, give users the option to attach a visible disclosure to AI-generated content, embed a latent disclosure, effectively a watermark, in generated images, video, and audio, and pass those transparency duties down to third-party licensees. Non-compliance carries a civil penalty of $5,000 per violation, with each day counted as a separate violation, enforced by the state attorney general, a city attorney, or a county council. The scope then widens in stages. From January 1, 2027, generative AI hosting platforms and large online platforms with over 2 million monthly users must detect provenance data in the content they distribute and show users whether it was AI generated. From January 1, 2028, capture device manufacturers must embed latent disclosures, including device name and creation time, by default. That's all for this AI News Flash.